That's all right. Over No Filter Radio. All right, gentlemen, we are live right now on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and everything else. Just waiting for the okay to go live on TikTok. Waiting for the TikTok here to pick up. Come on, TikTok.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
There we go.
Oh, you started technical difficult with me.
It's got to be Mick's fault. All right, here we go.
I started all this.
All right, so we are live on TikTok, gentlemen. Let's go ahead and we're going to get the intro out of the way in 3, 2, 1.
When's the last time you heard a podcast that truly did not give a damn about what people thought or said? It's been a while, right? Welcome to No Filter Radio. No Filter Radio. We have freedom of speech. Too bad nobody else uses it. If we think it, we say it.
Shit.
And we say it how we want. From cultural issues to political issues. As a matter of fact, we cover any issues. Open your ears as we open our huge mouths. This is No Filter Radio, and this is your host, Mark G.
What is going on, No Filter Radio Nation? Holy shit. That's right. I said no cap. When I posted that picture of the two gentlemen on Facebook, you guys were calling me a liar, saying this is cap. Well, let me tell you what. They're here to talk about themselves, as well as talk about maybe some of the stuff on The Walking Dead. But let's go into it. Number one, you see him down below here. We got Mick Grimes and IB Neegan. Well, why aren't they using Rick Grimes or Neegan as their names? Well, these guys are phenomenal cosplayers, folks. I saw the first video from Mick Grimes on TikTok. The guy's rocking it out, right? He participates with his fans, and he shows no hate, which is phenomenal. Then you got Neegan, who likes to beat up all of his fans, but makes phenomenal footage. Of course, we got my brother Gary today, but let me go ahead and introduce everybody individually. First, Gary, welcome back on, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Glad to always have you on my podcast.
Pleasure.
Mr. Mick Grimes, how are you doing today, sir? Mr. Mick Grimes sitting with 365.4 thousand followers on TikTok. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm great, sir. How are you doing, buddy? I've been watching you all day.
Fantastic. I appreciate it. Yeah, I went live for a little bit today. And then Mr. Neegan. Sir, how are you doing with Lucille sitting on your shoulder there?
Well, first off, look at you guys with your no filter and your radio. I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm always good. I'm always glad to see old Mick Grimes. He works for me, you know.
Yeah, whatever. Season 6, boy. That's awesome.
So, okay, gentlemen, we got a hell of a show here. So, for everybody knows, Negan's not doing too bad either. He's got 184,000 followers on his main profile, but seems like TikTok does not like him. He keeps becoming a bad boy on TikTok, and they keep slapping him in the rear and throwing that account out the door. And well, he gets these bans. So he's on. How many accounts are you on now?
I have IB Neegan, IB Neegan 2, and IB Neegan 3.
That is insane.
Are those all?
He won't do it. So.
And Mick, how many accounts do you have?
Who?
You?
That you know about? No, I'm just kidding. I got 3.
You got 3 as well? Okay. All right. So you've been banned before on TikTok?
Yes. We get it, Rick. That's why
we get the same. We get the same treatment.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you today when you said this is it's an awesome platform. This is a great platform on TikTok. But when you were saying that there's not a lot of negativity, I was like, which one are you on there, brother?
I've been banned from my face. They called it nudity.
Nudity.
We got a lot of facial hair there. There should be no nudity.
I know, right?
It's got it half covered.
Right? So let me just say, gentlemen, I've only been bananaed once. I guess I should say bananaed because we are on TikTok right now. Bananaed. Once on TikTok, and since then, it took me a while to build up my account again. Gary, on the other fact, has just recently got back on TikTok. He took a vacation from social media.
I had to. I get caught up sometimes arguing with vegans. It happens.
Negan saviors.
Vegans. Vegan.
Vegans.
Well, you have a right to be mad at them. They're eating your food.
For real, right? It's no lies.
So for those who are watching right now on social media, let me let you know, I think I mentioned it in the beginning, but folks, before we go any further, these guys are what you call cosplayers, or should I say doppelgangers of the actual actors of the show. Like when I first watched it, I literally thought Mick Grimes was freaking Rick, and I ran to my wife like, holy shit, babe, look, it's fucking Rick, he's on TikTok. I ran in, I'm like fucking hitting the like button, and I did more research. I'm like, wait a minute, got to be smart, Mark. So I hit the profile. I'm like, oh, this is one tricky son of a bitch. I read the bio, and no, it's Mick Grimes. Holy shit, though. He definitely fucking looks like him. It sounds like him. So let me say you did a phenomenal job. And now that we're on that, and the same question is going to go to you, Neegan, as well. When is the first time that you realized that you look like Rick?
That's a good question, dude.
No answer.
No answer. On. What's that? I got you
Answer it.
these questions.
Are you gonna go back and ask the question again, maybe to Negan instead of Rick?
We got to go. I mean, I go to Negan first. So I mean, Negan, what's the first time you realized that you look like Negan?
Well, the first time I saw Jeffrey Dean Morgan was on that movie where he plays a superhero. He's the comedian, Watchmen. And I was like, wow, that looks like Robert Downey Jr. Well, I look like Robert Downey Jr. also.
Very nice.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't until this Halloween, though, that I decided to go trick-or-treating in Sonoy, Georgia, which is the home of The Walking Dead. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to do much. Maybe I'll just go as Negan. And I did. And I got all kinds of job offers, so I took them.
Nice.
That's right.
I work there every Saturday at a place called Abraham's Army, and I will be doing tours with the Water Tower Tours this March for spring.
That is phenomenal. And my wife just texted me, Mick, and yeah, I think she just corrected me. She just goes, did you just ask Negan when he realized he looks like Rick? So this is what happens when I podcast without writing out any scripts. I told you I do this on
Only from behind.
So I apologize. So Mick, the first time you realized you look like Rick? Dear God, here we go.
Okay, let's see. You know, back in at the end of 2014, I got real sick, and I had some intestinal problems, and I was in and out of the hospital all in 2015, like in and out, and lost a bunch of weight, and I grew my hair real long, and I grew a beard, and yeah, I was a supervisor at Home Depot at the time. And I went back to work, and the guy in the paint department said, dude, you look like Rick Grimes. Where have you been? And I said, dude, like I almost died. And with my intestine surgeries and stuff that I had. And I said, dude, I said, I don't even know who's Rick Grimes. And he goes, he's on The Walking Dead. And I go, what's The Walking Dead? And so he said, you got to go and watch this show. So I went and watched the show, and I went back the next morning, and I said, I watched season 1, and I think we watched almost the whole season 1 and 2. And I said, dude, I don't look like that guy. He goes, no, you just hang on. And when we got to about end of season 3, season 4, it was like, yeah, okay. And that's actually, and people started coming up to me and saying, are you Rick Grimes? Are you, you know, and I started getting pictures taken in Home Depot, so then one Halloween, like Negan, in 2016, I think it was, when I did on Halloween, I had a 400 house subdivision we lived in, and I dressed up as Rick Grimes, and it was an awesome night.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
On Halloween night, just like Negan's here.
That is fantastic. Like that is interesting when you find out that you look like something. Like, it is true that everybody has a doppelganger, and You guys are true definition of that. It's insane. So yeah, I mean, I will agree with you on the losing weight. It does change the whole way you look. I wish you guys had photos to show what you look like before, just so we get the transformation.
Man.
Yeah, because I myself just recently, it's funny because everybody seems to lose weight, grows facial hair. I myself lost a shit ton of weight and decided to grow facial hair. It's just one of those things, I guess, when you get a little skinnier, hey, let's grow facial hair now. Got to add that little bit of plump, but not with the fat, but with the hair, right? So yeah, that is awesome. And then we're rolling in with another secondary question. Since you became a cosplayer for Rick, what would you say? What did he say? Rick Grimes and Neegan. Oh, so John Tibbetts is commenting on here. Let me pull this up for you guys real quick. This is what happens when we do this show. I get sidetracked because of social media. So if you see down here, so I can pull up comments below. You guys see that? Let me explain that real quick. This is when people comment on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, or Twitter. I can pull them up over here. Are you able to see that?
Yeah, we see it. We see that all the time.
So
neither one of us can read it though.
I read that one. I could read that.
That should be a little bit larger than the TikTok chat.
Yeah, I could read that one. It said Rick Grimes and Neegan.
They misspelled again though.
Yeah.
So, since you started becoming cosplaying of Rick Grimes, how would you say it changed your life?
Well, I'm still the same. I mean, I try to be the same person I am, but I mean, the Rick Grimes thing. Now, let me get this. I mean, I just say God's got a sense of humor because I'm an older gentleman. I'm 56 years old, and it's just crazy. I mean, I don't know way to put it. It's just like I meet people on the street. And now they're coming up to me, and it's not as they do the Rick Grimes still, but most of them are saying they see me on TikTok with Ivy Neegan.
That's nice. Fantastic. So now you're getting recognized as well as an individual. As that is phenomenal. And back to you, Neegan, as well. How's it changed your life?
Well, I'm working a lot more at home.
He's working a lot more.
I'm working a lot more at home. I mean, it's tough when your inbox goes from 0 to 180,000 in under 3 months. You definitely got a lot on your plate, and Mick Grimes over there is a thirst trap, and I guess I am too. So we get a lot of love. We get maybe 2% haters, but a lot of love.
Hey man, love is where it's at, right?
It's an awesome responsibility. Somebody said to me yesterday, I watched The Walking Dead with a friend of mine, and he passed. And he loved Negan, and he used to impersonate Negan, and I couldn't watch it anymore without him. And she said, until I saw you. And you've actually helped me heal. Because he would have loved you. And I was just like, whoa.
See, that's cool. That kind of feedback is amazing. Like, anytime you can make like a positive impact on somebody's life, man, that's a blessing for sure.
And speaking of positive though, Gary, you really do got to get on TikTok a little bit more and check out these two gentlemen on TikTok. Like they spread nothing but positivity. Now, mind you, Neegan has more of this dark path that he takes his followers on, but
I do, but I keep it clean because I know I've got parents are letting their kids watch me, and so I can't do a solid quote of anything Negan says because he's as foul as they get. So I just kind of twist it all around, and try to make it funny.
And Mick, he's over there slamming, dude. You just watch this guy trying to read his screen. Like when he's getting it, he's got. Well, you can't tell his phone, but his wife's over there trying to yell at him. Hey, so-and-so says hi to him. Make sure you're happy birthday. He's also sitting there trying to read. It's phenomenal watching these guys.
I mean,
when you get.
Yeah, I try to get as close, as many people I can comment to, but it's hard, man. And plus when we start getting a lot of people in there, Neegan, that stuff just starts rolling, dude.
Well, it what it'll do is it'll show you 4, and then it'll skip 20 and show you 4 more, and then you got people.
Where those other
isn't he seeing me?
I'll tell you a cool story that happened at I was at Fanboy Expo last year at the last show they had in Knoxville, Tennessee, and this is like what Neegan was talking about the story he had. You know, when I was sitting there, it was kind of slow that morning, and all of a sudden, 8 kids with cancer. That's my big thing is cancer, and that's in my charity. But they came riding up in their wheelchairs, and they were all just staring at me. And of course, I had my buddy, the zombie guy, was with me from the show, and they were staring at him because he always acts like he's not moving, and then he'll just go up, and they just freak out. And so they were all sitting there, and so I had them all in my booth. We took pictures. We had a great time, and I gave every one of them a T-shirt and stuff. But you know, that right there was the reason I was at that, just to meet those people.
Really?
And it was awesome. But the next day they come rolling around there on Sunday morning. They come flying around by my booth, and I stopped them and I said, "Y'all are very rude." And those kids they looked at me like I just shot somebody or something. And I said, and they were like, and I said, "Y'all are rude. I gave every one of y'all a T-shirt yesterday. Not one of y'all got one on."
Seriously, what's that all about? They should have all been rocking it, man.
And they were like, "We didn't wash them yet." And I said, "They were all brand new."
Right.
But it was awesome. We were laughing about it. But they would look at me, I said something. I said, "Y'all are rude."
You caught them off guard for sure with that one.
Right. Cancer's a great deal to heart, I think, on everybody's side of the family. That's one freaking thing that we wish we could really end. So
Stephen Howard's in the
the cancer stuff. But I just want to let you guys know, Stephen Howard wants to say hi to everyone.
How you doing, Stephen? We know Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
I don't have an account yet that he isn't following.
And then over on my personal Facebook feed, because people don't listen to me when I say, "Hey, you got to go to No Filter Radio's Facebook page to comment."
I'm that person.
Yeah, for that person. Someone says, "Oh my God, I love this Neegan guy. Yummy. Is he single? Love the voice."
Well, the line for wives starts on the left, and the freaky deaky line starts on the right. The freaky deaky line is longer, but hop on over.
See, there it is right there. Now I can get off my personal Facebook page. That was coming from Tracy Dodge Waltz. According to her, she would leave her husband, who's retired Air Force, to run to your arms.
Oh, Neegan already breaking up families, dude.
I'm
right.
I'm gonna have to iron a few things out.
Yeah, you need to set standards there, son.
Oh shit! And then we got John Tibbetts wants to go. Why did Neegan kill Glenn the way he did? And here goes the eye roll for Neegan.
I mean, that is the most common question I get. It's kill Glenn. Why'd you kill Glenn? First off, I'm a cosplayer. I didn't kill anybody. Second off, it's in the comic book. It goes like this: Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Glenn. Everybody should be like, "Why did you kill Abraham?" Because he doesn't die that way in the comic book.
Really?
Well,
That's
I think
right.
Mo.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Glenn.
Yeah, I think you should have killed Mo.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, the Glenn character was a great character in the beginning. He was pretty much Maggie's lapdog after that. And you can't tie up the only farmer's daughter in the apocalypse.
I feel like that's a valid point.
Yeah.
Us?
So we got Jessica Pruka over here. Gentleman says, "Hey, it's Odin. Hashtag positive vibes saves lives."
Yeah, we know him as Jericho.
I know him. I know that guy.
Yeah.
I'm definitely glad to see you guys as friends coming in here, giving you guys much support and love.
We told him to come give y'all some love tonight.
I definitely appreciate it. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not sure. I have to look back, but I think I saw a galaxy come over on the TikTok, which is phenomenal.
That is Jericho.
Right?
Yeah, it's half.
Here he goes with a half. Just like, did he have the spaghetti that night he was over your house?
Half is mine. Half, what say?
It is, remember, and it's half for both.
Yeah.
So Gary, the funny thing is with these guys, I don't know. Do you guys live in the same area?
We're close. We're about an hour apart.
Okay, so I ain't bad. So, and before this whole cosplaying thing, you guys didn't know each other at all?
Not at all. And the only reason I'm on TikTok is this guy over there.
Huh.
And he talked me into doing it. I was like, TikTok, what's that?
You do have a little love in your heart, don't you?
It's funny though how like
he's all ace.
How Mick says everything happens for a reason, right? Or the Lord works in mysterious ways. Like you two would have never met each other if it wasn't for the whole cosplay. And it seems like you two are almost good friends, best friends, whatever you want to call it. Now you guys,
dude, I would have been still working, doing photo shoots at Abraham's Army on the weekends, but the rest of the week I'd have been driving Uber or something because my business is in the college market, and it's been down a lot. So, he said, I'm going to make this TikTok video with you, and I'll wait till you get on to post it so you can get some follows. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And it's been just amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So like, since you guys have been doing this together, it's really changed how you're day to day.
Yeah. We're plus we're magic when we're actually sitting on the same screen. It just blows up. It's, he's the star of the show and I'm the anti-hero. And
you are the star. You are.
Well, I mean, right now your character is off the show for a bit, and I guess you could say Neegan carrying it, but
might come back in there, dude.
It's Daryl's the star of the show, guys. I mean, the crybaby is the star of the show.
So a lot of the girls seem to go for Daryl than they do for most of the others. It seems like every time we talk about The Walking Dead, the girls now start watering when they hear Daryl, the guy with the crossbow.
Wait. Girls like the Daryl. Really? That sounds all right.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, on a day-to-day, let's play that. So Mick, on your Facebook profile page that you made for your cosplaying character and stuff, you posted stuff like you still work full-time?
No, part-time now.
Work part-time now. So doing this has made you be able to follow.
Sorry.
So you're able to like drop your work down to half, go part-time, and able to do this more. It's actually make you.
When I do the conventions and stuff, I usually have to ask them off for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday anyway, because usually a convention could be 3 days. Sometimes I have to leave on Thursday, and so I just got to the point where I just put I've worked all my life, so I put it into his hands and I said, I'm going part-time, and I stepped down from being a supervisor and went part-time, and I work good. And I love going to work those 3 days, but I only work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
That's a phenomenal schedule. Man, why can't I get a schedule like that?
Other places, I do firewood. I do a lot of stuff. I do on TikTok. I do all kinds of stuff. I don't slow down.
Now, do you guys do any of the other social platforms where people, I guess something like, I'd hate to refer to these guys, but they're the last ones I've seen on it, where like the Island Boys do, you can go on there and people pay you to wish them happy birthday or do personalized videos to people for like gifts and stuff.
All right.
Vimeo.
Cameo one. I don't do it. No, but yeah, that's kind of a weird thing. And plus, they take so much.
I have all the platforms as IB Neegan. It started with Instagram, I_BE_Neegan. I can't really. There's just so much going on my TikTok that it's hard for me to really spend a lot of time on any of the other ones. I share to them, and I check them weekly.
TikTok is a powerful platform.
It is, and it's there's, like I said, the inbox is. Once I get caught up, maybe I can organize my time better.
All right, so Neegan, guys, first off, I made a comment saying, man, why can't I get a work schedule like that? My wife responded back to me in a text message. She's working, listening in on us. She goes, because you're not a famous doppelganger. That's what she decided to say to me. And then we got Tracy Waltz over here. It says, hey, Mark, I heard your wife would leave you for Neegan too.
Lord, there's another.
I've had some wives say their husbands would leave them for me.
So is that the line on the left or what?
Oh, that's the line in the middle.
That's the freaky line right there.
Real freaky line.
That's the line for loose.
Oh man! And my wife just responded back saying maybe. You see the love of my wife over here right now.
Home record. Look at that.
Oh, so
my wife wouldn't like any of that.
So when you guys go to these events, what are these events like? Have you guys met any of the actual characters from Walking Dead?
Yeah, you first.
I've met Andrew Lincoln. I've met Norman Reedus. I've met Chandler Riggs. I've met the Trash Lady, Pollyanna McIntosh. I've met a pretty good bit of them because I went to 3 Walker Stalkers. So two Walker Stalkers, and I was, that was when we were promoting my cancer shirts too for my cancer foundations and stuff. And so we were walking around handing them out, and they were nice enough to hold them and let me take pictures with them. So I got to meet a lot of them. They were real nice.
Yeah.
And I gave all of them.
Hey, cool. Destiny. I haven't done any of the conventions yet. I'm brand new. But, Abraham's Army has hosted Leah, which is Lynn Collins, which is Crybaby Daryl's girlfriend. I like to give. I have met Norman. I think he's aces. He's a great guy. I was on set once. I was a savior at the end of season 8. So I watched them do their thing, all of them. And, I'm a little starstruck by Lenny James. Morgan. That's my favorite.
Lenny James.
Casey.
Let me tell you about Lenny James. Rick said,
he's Queen Mod. He's the master of mods.
He said, Lenny James said, Rick, I'll go out there and clear the land as long as you let me get me some protein bars and keep Michonne away from my peanut butter protein bars.
That's another thing. We've found other cosplayers this way. We've got a Michonne now.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask how many other of the Walking Dead cosplayers.
So there's Rosita is spicy, and she is spicy. Let me tell you. And then there's Dato Michonne. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, that's the word, man. That word.
There's Beta.
Daito?
You got Beta, Max, TWD. You've got Awesome Alpha coming back. She had stopped for a while, and apparently Neegan makes her come back.
I like how he slowed that down.
Pause.
You took the team there, bro.
Don't worry, gentlemen. We're calling ready for a reason. You can open a little bit more on here.
Who else do we have? There's Pope of the Reapers. He's season 11. And Pope needs to get some follows up so he can go live with us. So you guys follow Pope of the Reapers.
Now, have you guys thought about doing one massive live where all you guys did a big get together and just do a huge live and just go to town?
Yeah, I mean we've done it with the Beta. Good. We've done it with Beta, me and Mick. We all get together too, so it's.
We were doing it on 3 phones though.
Yeah. Well, we did it on 3 phones just to really tear up our mods. So we could have all been on one phone. We were on one phone. We were on all 3 phones.
So I got Rosita's holding down the fort, just so you guys know. She's over here on TikTok holding down the fort over in the chat over here, along with a few other people, just to give you guys a heads up what's going on over at TikTok. I've actually offered Rosita to come on the show in the future. I'm going to reach out to Michonne next. I think we should have the 2 females on it for another great content night. But as far as you guys, what I'd like to do is then we'll touch base on a few other things going on other than, just cosplay and talk about society in itself. But I want to open up the questions now to everybody. So everybody on TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, feel free to post your questions to Mick or Neegan over here. And I keep wanting to say Rick. So excuse me, Mick. I'm going to Tried my best. Every time I try to catch myself, I get that R that's gonna roll in the.
Well, he does cosplay Rick, so it's okay.
Can I ask a question here?
Go for it, brother.
So cancer sucks. And so I don't know if Mark told you, but I'm not following you guys on TikTok, not for any negative reason, just because I try to avoid social media because I get caught up. But can you tell me or share with everybody a little bit about some of the cancer stuff? Like, what made you start a cancer foundation? What are you doing with that? And
I don't really have a cancer foundation. I like to give to the cancer foundation.
gotcha.
With
Okay.
we raise and I believe too that you got to think that some of these cancer patients, they have bills to pay. They have food that they need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not all about giving, I try to find people that need it now, so that I can make an impact on them right away, to help them with a bill that they couldn't pay and they were worried about. I mean, you got enough to worry about fighting what you're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to worry about all the little stuff, so like in different ways that we've done things for people. There was one of my biggest fans at one time. She's gone now to cancer. She we got her a booth and everything at Walker Stalker, and that's where your pillow came from that I gave you, Neegan. That was, this lady had given us a bunch of pillows to raise money for, and she was like, y'all are making me cry, but I'm sorry, but she we had her in the booth, and she lost all her hair, and she did Shane as a zombie, and it was like really awesome. She had the police hat on, and I mean, and stuff like that. And so when she came up to me, she goes, Mike, do you mind if I do some makeup in your booth? And I said, no. I said, this booth is you. Whatever we make in this booth is you.
Oh, wow.
So whatever you want to do. And so it was, and then that's how, and we give to stuff like that. And I'm starting to, and I've lost about 4 to 5 family members and just friends. I got 2 guys at Home Depot right now with it. And it's just all around me, so I pray for it every morning. I pray for my cancer patients, and it's just big on me because it's just been around me so much, and I hate it so much.
Yeah.
And my wife, she developed a shirt it says "Kill Cancer," and it's got the guns, Rick's guns, and I got them all coming. I just had to order a new shipment of them, but I'm gonna there is one on my website, and if I don't have any with me right now, or I'd show you what one looks like. But she designed it, and we take all the money from that, and we give all the money that we sell on them shirts. We give whatever it costs me. I keep what it costs me to make this shirt, and whatever we make off of it, we give to charity.
That's awesome.
So just so you know, we'll talk more at the end of the show as well. I have a sibling, not a sibling, but a relative who works in the t-shirt business. Will probably get you a better deal, just so you know, save you some money, because you hit on a touch point of cancer. Cancer is big.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sick shirt.
My charities that are associated with my pages, you'll see them up there. It's Meals on Wheels, and it's
okay. That's a good charity.
That is a fantastic.
Well, I've been around that. I had friends that worked for them. I saw what they did, and
that's an awesome charity, man.
Feeding people is important, especially the elderly. So
for sure, man.
You gotta look at our elderly, or what we'd call the forgotten. Unfortunately, a lot of people forget about them after maybe they don't have any children and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a story behind that.
We're also all heading that way if we survive.
We are. I think my children are gonna put me in an old folks home, though. I think they're just gonna stick me in there and tell me.
Yeah, you got like 6 more years before they do that, bro.
Jeez.
I'll tell you what, Neegan, I might have something coming up in September. There's another little charity that I'll do some stuff for. It's called Operation Lunchbox, that feed the kids in the schools, and that's an awesome little thing. And we usually, my buddy at Jody Sellers Law Firm, he usually gets it and puts on a big old get together, and we take pictures with the kids and stuff and raise money for Operation Lunchbox. You can hang with me that day. That'd be a fun day.
Yeah, I'd love to.
What
is each one's favorite episode of The Walking Dead?
Yes, sir. Who wants to start off first?
Go ahead, Neegan.
I mean, I like anything with Morgan in it, so I'm gonna go with like Clear. You know, when Morgan came back to the show, I was like, Morgan's back. He was in the first episode too, so the first was one of my favorites.
First episode.
Yeah.
All right. You answered that very quick, Mick. What do you got?
I'll just tell you what, I'm starting over watching it again. I'm going to tell you right now, I was at that scene where Jenny's husband Rick had him out in the middle of the, and I'm sorry, Jenny from the show, the one that cut the hair. Did I mess up her name? I don't think so. I did. But and she was and he was in the middle of the street when he was in his cop uniform. He was they called him the constable, and that's when he was like, "What? You gonna throw me out? What?" After he beat the crap out of him, threw him out of a window and everything because he was beating his wife. I was like, that's like my new scene now. I love that.
Yeah.
Scene. He's like, "What?"
I can tell you that there's the I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's the Rick, like there's a meme of Rick with the kid where they keep going back and forth. It's like, why'd you do this? And he's like, I don't know. It's like they always change up whatever the content is, and it's always, I don't know. That was like when my brother was talking about you, I was like, that meme was like the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, that's one of my favorite memes like of all times.
Oh, that's where he says "shut up, Dad" and stuff like that. Is it?
Yeah. I don't know. I love that. I like memes. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about TikTok first, because social media has changed quite a bit, right? We've got bullies all over social media. One of the things, like I said, I've never seen you guys get negative at anybody on TikTok. I've never seen you guys really yell at anybody on TikTok. I've seen you hit ban button a few times. Negan's laughing. So I must have to watch his content a little bit more because he must have probably on somebody.
I know. Here's the truth. We're Generation X. We had all our feelings spanked out of us, and we drank from rusty water hoses and played outside. They're not going to hurt my feelings,
right?
If they start messing with say other people in my thing, well, that might make me a little peeved, but it's usually directed at me, and I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm doing this for them. They work for me.
Right. How about you, Mick? Do you enjoy spreading? Do you get any like emails from people saying, "Oh my God, you've changed. You've made my day. You made me like the happiest person. Like I was depressed until I saw you, and boom, here I am now. Like I'm happy again." Have you had any contents like people saying that to you?
I had one girl at a convention one time, and she came up to me and she took a picture with me, and she asked me about my shirts and stuff, and I told her how much they were and everything, and she was like, "I just really can't afford them, but I really like them. They're pretty." And we took a picture. She started crying, really, just started bawling. But it wasn't crying because she met me. I mean, I don't know. It might have been I made her day or something. But I mean, she was crying, but it was sad tears. I could tell something was bothering this girl. So I said, "You just come here." We took pictures and everything, and I gave her a shirt, and her and her kid. She had her kid with her, and I sent them on their merry way. And it was just like another day at the convention, and I made her smile. That was great. But the next day she came and brought me a letter, and the letter said that she hadn't smiled in over 2 years.
Wow.
And it was just like, and I knew why I was at that convention. It's just always something.
You always keep in mind that we're all going through some hard stuff. There's people locked down all over the world. There's people out of work. There's and a little bit of entertainment goes a long way sometimes. And we kind of we each have our communities. He's got a 390,000 community over there that want to see him go live. They want to see his new videos, and it feels like a responsibility sometimes too.
Right.
But
you feel like there's a little weight on your shoulders to provide this entertainment and to spread a little bit of positive.
I mean, I'm taking a week off my lives. One, because I'm a man of my word, and went ahead and bet that, which I probably shouldn't have done. I thought I'd win, but two, because
never make a bet you can't win, man.
I got to keep up with I'm the head of the household here, so I got to keep up with stuff. And if I'm too busy doing all this, it's nice to have a break.
Yeah, I've been told by my wife lately that I spend too much time on TikToks. I think I'm gonna have to take a break from my lives at some point as well.
Yeah.
So, but I want to do a real quick repeat to folks as we get further into this little interview and chit chat here with Mick Grimes and Ivy Neegan. Folks, they are cosplayers. They're not the actual characters. I'm seeing a couple of things over here, but we will try to get Mick to answer this question. Maybe he knows why. Maybe he's read the comic books. But the question from John Tibbetts is, it's posted over here on the screen. Why did Rick cry so much? We thought he was tough, but turned into a ham.
He was practicing so Negan would know how to do it when he got into prison.
Oh,
you know what? The whole Rick thing is he had an awesome responsibility. He was the leader of his people, and he made he shouldn't have messed with my satellite station.
Yeah, you did that, dude, in your sleep, man. That was bad.
Oh, not to mention that poor guy lost his son. He lost.
He's lost a lot. I mean, he's carried that show. I mean, think about it. That's how many seasons? 11 seasons. He was in it for at least 9, 10,
half a 9.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit my wife is further along than me. I think I'm behind like 2 seasons, unfortunately. So I remember Little Ass Kicker. I don't even know if Little Ass Kicker is still alive or dead.
Yeah, Little Ass Kicker is still alive.
She's still kicking. Is she still a little ass kicker? Or is she older now?
Hey, Judy, yeah, she's an ass kicker.
I put her through school.
You put her in school.
Yeah, Negan taught her math and she flunked.
Oh.
Well, how many people on a plane, whatever? I said, have you ever seen a plane? Then it doesn't matter.
Judith and Negan had a special relationship. I think it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So as I'm waiting for some more social media messages to come through, brother, what you got for these 2 gentlemen down here? You are always full of questions.
I really wish I had more, but I mean, to me, this is great. I just love, because I only saw the first couple of seasons. So I'm so far behind in the story that I just feel like I can't ask anything real, for at least not related to Walking Dead. But
right. Well, what else you got like related to social media? I mean, because these gentlemen are on social media slaying it.
So Neegan, when you started your TikTok, because Rick talked you into it, or he made you, he twisted your arm a little bit?
He told me I should do it, and and I did. But I mean, my thing on social media, and I think it's the reason I'm having a little bit success with it, is that I know what they want. They want Neegan. What they want. So I'm trying to give them Neegan. I'm an actor. I've been acting for 37 years. I kind of retired because I have a baby, and this gives me an outlet. So
you said something about shooting photos on the weekends. Are you a photographer, or were you the subject?
No. I'm doing Neegan photo ops down in Sonoya because I trick-or-treated there and they wanted me to come back.
Okay, cool. So you're the subject. You are the subject.
I'm a subject. I mean, there's also Abraham. Did we forget to mention Abraham? German Abe.
The German Abe, yeah.
Follow German Abe, guys. Abraham owns Abraham's Army, which is a store right next to Woodbury shop in what was downtown Woodbury, Sonoya, Georgia. Alexandria is there also, as is pretty much all of it. It's all shot there. It's like Holly, Georgia.
A show shot in Georgia?
Yeah, all of it.
Oh.
I love seeing the reaction in your face over the Gary when you're learning stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, hey, I like it. It's great.
So I was doing it every weekend playing Neegan, and now I'm doing it every day because of TikTok.
Huh. How much time do you dedicate to the social media?
I try to do I do an hour. I want to do at least an hour a day, but I break it up. I tend to do about 2 hours a day. I do it for coffee in the morning, coffee with Neegan.
Oh, that's cool.
And I do a nightly wrap up. What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at you. I love setting my
wrap
phone
up where I really dedicate it to
So this is funny for you.
Say that again. Sorry, what'd you say, Mick?
I said it's fun when I'm sitting at work, getting, going into my computer, typing all my stuff I need to do. I put my phone over there and I'm having coffee with Negan while I'm on my computer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
So
you drink
7:30 a.m. I did coffee, and 8:30 p.m. I'll just do a wrap up, and I go for as long as I want because I've already gotten some time in the morning. It's really so I go to bed early.
Is there a pretty big difference between the coffee with Negan folks and the folks that at the end of the day to wrap up? Is it the same community or is it like two different?
No, I get a lot more Germany, France, and England, and overseas because it's midday for them, and then when I go on at night, it's late for them. So a lot of we do have like steady. There are people that are on every one of our lives.
He initially
God love them.
He initially called it Tic Tac. Haha. I guess you call it TikTok Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
TikTok, haha.
Yeah, I did. Now I call it Rick Talk.
So it's funny because I'm trying to you guys see my eyes keep going over because I'm trying to watch the TikTok feed as well to get questions. I'm finally getting some questions coming in that I'm catching through my eye over here. So I'm going to get through some of those. But it's funny because I'm staring at the screen. I'm not seeing Mick with a big wall with Nancy Pelosi in the background as a zombie. So I really got to sit here and feel weird seeing the closet behind you. I just do. But let's go over to these questions. I know I call Nancy Pelosi. I'm sorry. Am I able to push this way with you, gentlemen? Am I good with that? Okay. So someone posted, how do you think the series will end?
Brutal.
Yeah. Think it's going to turn into an all-out bloodbath on both sides?
Yeah.
How about you, man?
I think it's all a dream.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Better not, man. Good job.
See Rick wake up in the hospital again and say, whoa.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. I'm thinking Rick comes back with the Commonwealth, and he runs the Commonwealth, and he just takes over every damn thing.
It's possible.
And then them work together and build a new community. Who knows?
It's a very optimistic ending.
Right?
Yeah.
So my wife just posted they will all wake up in the real world because they were in the Matrix. Oh, she's
on Rick's coma.
Right? So I'm not sure if you guys have ever listened to any of our other podcasts. I'm not sure if Mick you've joined in or Neegan if you've ever joined in. One of we did a 3-hour episode on conspiracy theories, right? We talked about different shit all around. We talked about what if we were all in this Matrix world, and when we die, it's not heaven or hell we go into, but we actually wake up in the actual reality where we're living, where we're plugged into these machines like the Matrix. This is one of those conspiracy theories. So of course, that's why I kind of express that because that's what my wife is. She's giving me shit. But
I have my own theory.
Yeah.
Drop it. I want to hear it.
Messing with that Hadron Collider, and the world was supposed to end in 2012, and they flipped that switch a few times, and well, we're all in an episode of Lost.
I could agree with that.
I can neither confirm nor deny that, but I definitely want to entertain that one. That's
right.
Solid. Yeah.
Right.
I love that show.
That is actually a really good show. I do miss that one.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't really care for it. Take it by there.
I liked Fringe, and I mean, Lost. It had me some. It lost me some. But the same guy made Fringe. I loved that show. I was a big X-Files guy.
Hell yeah.
I remember Scully and Mully. Is that what it was?
Mulder.
Mulder. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm a huge nerd for the X-Files and UFOs and paranormal shit. I love that stuff.
Yeah, you used to be a nerd. We were kids watching that crap at first. I remember teasing you, and then I started getting to that stuff.
Y'all grew up together in school and stuff, huh?
Yeah, well, actually, we're same father, different mother, brothers.
Oh.
And the fun part is we actually lost communication for the longest time and just rekindled things. I would say 2-3 years ago. Or maybe even longer. No, 8 years.
Your time frames are severely distorted, sir.
It's COVID brain. Leave me alone.
Yeah. So I've been with my wife for 10 years. So we've definitely been rekindled for a long time. So yeah, we lost touch for a little while. My brother moved out to California, caused a bunch of problems, and our dad booted him back to Maine. And then there was a stint of probably from, I don't know, I think I was probably about 14 till about, I don't know, early to mid 20s where we were kind of patchy. And I've been in sales my whole life. And so Mark has been one to experiment with starting every kind and any kind of business to try to make money and support his family, which we did. We did a pretty good episode last week. Yeah, Mark did a lot of shit to man up and take care of his family.
Sold the back of the neck on eBay.
Yeah. So I respected everything he was doing. So I started reaching out to him, and we connected again. And so we've been pretty much really in touch for a while again.
Destiny.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, same dad, different mom.
I was talking about Destiny down there.
Oh,
Destiny.
Hey, both. Yeah, I guess technically both.
We can joke around like friends on TikTok, and then
we are friends. That's the if we can't really play that even that we really hate each other because they just ban us anyway. So us.
More misinformation, right?
Right. Well, it would be hateful behavior towards each other. So we really play our characters as much as we'd like to, but we do like each other. We hang out at least once a week.
At least once a week.
Yeah.
Talk to each other probably every day.
Just about. We're like an old married couple now.
That's all good.
Sitting talking about crushes and stuff like that. My wife just sent me a message, said, "You're one to talk. You had a crush on Murphy Brown."
Candace Bergen.
That's
Back
almost
day when you're like 13, 14 years old. It was kind of hot back then. Come on.
Go look at her in that movie Gandhi. She was hot.
Oh shit.
Shine again.
So now let's go ahead and let's go out of the Walking Dead scenario and the TV show aspect and ask you guys both of a scenario question. This one we're going to have a little bit more fun. As Mick's looking at his wife going, "Oh shit, I'm getting my now."
Hey, now's the time to have your internet problems.
Right.
Internet quit.
So no, if we're looking at if the zombie apocalypse truly did happen, which, hey, I'm not outruling that. With everything we're seeing right now, it could possibly happen. So let's say the zombie apocalypse happens. How would you handle your scenario, Mick? If where would you go? How would you handle it?
Well, I'd pretty much stay where I'm at. I'm on the lake. I got a place to get food. I got plenty of woods where I can get deer, and I got plenty of places to hide weapons. So I'd pretty much put a fence around my place, and I got some pretty good rifles, and I could just sit up on the roof and just snipe off walkers as they walk up the road. So I'm pretty good at the compound I have. You can ask Neegan. He's been over here. We could put a fence around it.
Yeah, that's
How
true.
about you, Neegan? Would you just run over Nick's house?
Would I go to his house? Probably. Yeah, I'm not in the greatest of locations for that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure all of Atlanta would empty out into my neighborhood eventually. But I have some plans. I got bug out bags. I've got an EMP shield on my car.
There you go.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell you guys really.
That's right.
I will say this. I mean, you don't have to hoard a bunch of things because there are going to be plenty of things left over if people start dropping like flies. And, as far as zombies go, they're not really, even on the show, it tells you they're not really the problem. Heck, if this Walking Dead thing was real, they'd have more problems with their nuclear reactors than they seem to have on the show.
Right.
But
there you go with the big head again, dude.
Like, I'm shocked. Like, maybe I missed it in the show, but why haven't we not seen anybody like take a boat out on the water and get out there and hide? Like Why don't you find a freaking
because the zombies don't need to breathe and they can go in the water.
That is true.
Yeah. You didn't see enough people up a tree either.
Well, that is true. No one like the big tree houses up there.
Yeah.
That would have been a cool place. That's cool, Neegan. That would have been a good thing to do. Just find a big oak tree, build you a tree fort up there, and nobody'd ever bother you.
That's right. Unless they started dropping out of airplanes or something. That's a mouthful, Jesse.
It is. So Jesse wrote, for those who listen on Apple and Spotify and so forth, Jesse Pruka just wrote and said, it's great that these elements of cosplayer families, positivity that makes the outlet for people to connect. Thank you, Mick, Neegan, Rosita, Beta, Pope, German, Abe, holy crap, and all the Walking Dead cosplay family and their moderators for making this happen.
Yeah.
I guess
AC.
Would I stockpile peanut butter? Absolutely. I already am.
Oh, that means the peanut butter and jelly song's fixing to come on.
Yeah, speaking of stockpiling, Gary, aren't you currently stockpiling for what's happening in March?
What's happening in March?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, but supposedly there's what's going on. Well, you guys see what's going on in Canada right now with the trucker protests and how they're blocking off.
I hate to tell you this, but nobody knows what's happening tomorrow either.
That is very true. Supposedly the truckers are going to be doing the same thing in DC coming March. The American truckers and Canadian truckers are going to join them, and they're going to be blocking the roads in DC and protest.
Well, Big Diesel, one of our fans on our TikTok, he said he's in Canada. He said the Parliament, they're all around it.
Really?
Yeah, they got truck. Like he said, there's like 400 or something, or 4,000 truckers there.
There's a lot.
Probably.
No. He might even have said 40,000 truckers, but
yeah,
he
I
said
think there was 70,000 at least reported from a bunch of the live YouTube folks that I've been being nosy and watching.
Heck, I'll just eat peanut butter in a bowl. I don't need a sandwich.
I'm with you. Spoonfuls of peanut butter, nothing wrong with that, man.
No, sir.
Peanut butter and maple syrup, peanut butter and honey, peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and honey. Nicely. I will punch someone in the face for peanut butter and honey.
Dude, I would suck honey right out of the back of a bee.
Watch out, that's hateful speech.
This is true.
All right, gentlemen, this is when the time too when I'm going to open up the board to you two gentlemen over here. Maybe there's something you want to push or promote a little bit. You guys have been great guests on my show, so feel free to push anything you want to push out there for people to know and hear about, websites and so forth. Definitely, please feel free to push it out. Neegan, you can go first since Mick always passes the buck to you first, so I'm just going to pass the buck right over to you now.
I mentioned Emp Shield earlier.
Yep.
They make a product that you can hook up to your house or your car or your generator. That's the fastest to ground that there is. Well, they were nice enough to give me a promotional code, which is seriously. So if you type in seriously, you'll get 50% off per purchase item.
That's a big discount.
Hashtag seriously.
I might jump on that one myself.
They sent me one, and I was like,
and what does it do?
It's the fastest to ground. It's been tested by the big agencies, government and stuff, and you hook it up to your car battery, or you hook it up to your master power box, and anything plugged in is protected from a EMP blast or multiple EMP blast, and then I think one lightning strike, because apparently lightning's worse.
That's smart,
Mother Nature is always worse, man. Mother Nature is definitely superior.
The EMP threat, though, is always real. You never know; it could happen.
Yeah.
It has the power to do the EMP.
Well, I found them because I was like, "How do you build a Faraday cage big enough for everything?"
Yeah, right.
It turns your house or your car into a Faraday cage, and they've got enough stuff on the website where you can do your own research about it. But if you do decide you want one, use the promotional code seriously.
Fantastic.
You get 50% off.
How about you?
No, it's $50 off. I'm sorry.
So not 50%.
$50 off.
Wow, y'all! You almost
screwed them up.
And yeah, y'all
$50 off each.
Had to yell at Neegan and say, "No, fucking Neegan told me 50% off." You bitch.
$50 off per purchase.
Neegan gets half price.
So let's say if they're affordable anyway. So if you get one for your car and you get one for your house, you get $100 off.
That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah. So go ahead, Mick.
Go ahead, Mick. What do you got?
You know what I'm going to promote? I'm going to promote when we're going. We're going to Fandemic, and we're going to the camp, guys. And the camp is 2 Walking Dead themed. The camp and the Fandemic are 2 Walking Dead themed conventions that's going to be happening. One's going to be happening in March, and one's in May. And so y'all give the camp a follow on Instagram and Facebook. And Fandemic tours coming to Atlanta. Me and Neegan are going to be there. It's going to be a fun time. If anybody's in Atlanta, y'all come see us. We'd love to meet some of our TikTok family.
That'll be my first convention.
So
sweet.
We're gonna, that's right. We're gonna break his cherry.
I expect hazing.
No, it won't be hazing. You're with me, dude. I'm not with you because you would haze me. I won't haze.
That's
you.
right. Only a good podcast with the best. Well, you don't have to call Rick Grimes the best. I'm here too.
So listen, gentlemen, I know both of you probably want to spend a little bit more time on TikTok too and start promoting. Hey, because I watch you guys make freaking killing on there. So I know you guys got to get out there and give a shout out to your fans. It seems like they may be scared to ask me questions or that. I'm just missing them out on TikTok because it does move fast on the screen there.
Fast.
It does. It definitely moves kind of fast on that end.
How many people you got in there? It's got to be a bunch.
It's dropped down right now. It's only down to, I think, 22 it says, but I've seen this TikTok kind of been broken before too. And I've sat there and seen 0 and I've seen people commenting. So it drives me
right.
So I think there's still a bunch of people in there. It's just in the hiding. I can tell right now we have 26 people viewing through the social media aspect of things as well. So this will be uploaded, gentlemen, onto Apple, Spotify, and so forth. So you'll be able to hear it through the vocal point of it. And of course, on all the social medias, the videos there for you to feel free to share out and let people know about it and promote your stuff. I'm all about you guys promoting anything. So, folks, if you want to see these gentlemen, let me give you their usernames out on TikTok because you just got to check them out. Number 1, we're going to pull up Rick Grimes. His username is quite interesting, so I got to pull it up because it's a little long. All right, so we got user Rick Grimes 615. That's user Rick Grimes 615. Go follow him over on TikTok. What's that?
It's M.I. Grimes. That's mistaken identity Grimes.
Oh, that's right. M.I. Grimes. My bad.
That's funny, actually.
Yeah. All right. So I gave out the wrong one. Let's try it again. User M.I. Grimes 615. That's user M.I. Grimes 615. Don't go to the first one I just said because, I screwed that up.
And the Grimes Legacy, too.
Yes, the Grimes Legacy. Let me pull up that one real quick so I can.
Lucille, I'm sorry you didn't get to talk.
I didn't know Lucille wanted to talk.
Well, I mean, she is like the star of the show.
Well, what would Lucille like to say?
No, she's going to let you introduce my page, I guess.
Okay. All right. So Legacy Grimes. Is it just Legacy Grimes?
Yeah, it's just the Grimes Legacy.
Grimes Legacy. All right. Grimes Legacy. Make sure you guys are following that as well. Now let's go over to Neegan, folks. IBE Neegan is the name. And he has the original. Then he has number 2. And number 3. And is there a number 4 now?
No, it's just IB Neegan 1 or 2, and IB Neegan 3. There's no 1 either.
TikTok's coming after him, folks. They don't like him. This is good versus evil. Mick is surviving. Neegan is being killed off. That's how the walk is going to end. Let's just say. So, how is Lucille now that I've introduced you?
Lucille is awesome.
And now, before we go, gentlemen, I do want you guys to say whatever the favorite quote people are always bugging you to say on TikTok. Let the eye roll. Go for it, Neegan. You first.
Mine's not a quote. It is this.
No famous whistle.
Yeah.
I almost this whole hour without hearing that, dude.
Oh, I gotta ask the question, because there's always that one question that you get asked the most. Number one, we already know people always want to know the real deal, and you guys have to keep yelling at them saying we're cosplayers. But there's always the other question too that people want to ask you.
Alexa, play Easy Street, Volume 10.
It goes to 11.
Don't tell them that. And Mick, what is the one thing everybody's always asking you to either say or do?
Well, you know what they're asking me to say, Carl.
Yeah,
but
good old Carl.
They asked me to say Coral a lot, so that's my number one. Just like the easy peasy lemon squeezy and all that good stuff over there. But there's a few that we like to do. We pull some things out every once in a while, but it's usually they'll say, "Please say Carl."
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Gary, do you get
it on?
What is it?
The ones that he has.
They like
they like little pigs. I like to do stuff like Peppa Pig, or for the kids. Or
right.
I'll just start going, "Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? I will huff and I will puff." Stuff like that. That's not in the thing,
Lori, I got to go get some stuff and things.
Speaking of Lori, where is this one video? Hold on. I think it's on TikTok.
No.
Hold on. I got to find this real quick.
Hospital bed one?
Yep. I'm ready for that's on TikTok, right?
Yeah,
my wife did that. I was in there for gallbladder problems, and I look over, I'm on morphine, and my wife's got the camera, and she goes, "Hey, let's do a TikTok while we're in here."
The gallbladder thing is horrible, man. I can relate to you on that.
But it was awesome though, because I was like out of it, because I was on that, and I was like, "Yeah, Shane's probably cheating." He just told me to say something funny, and that was the first thing that just came to my mind.
All right.
Hold on, let me pause it real quick. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up this. Give me 1 second. Let me go down here. We're going to share the screen. And everybody just check this out too. This kind of reminds me of when Rick woke up in the hospital. Let's go over to here. Rick Grimes. Okay. Let's allow that. Bring it up to the board. Can everybody see that just fine? All right, here we go.
Where's Carl? Lori? Where's Carl and Lori? Oh, no. Lori's probably with Shane, probably cheating on me. I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch.
Oh, that is classic. Let's see. Let's go. We just pulled one of Mick over here. Let's see what we got for Neegan real quick. Oh, let's stop sharing over here. Let's type in IB Neegan.
They're not all good, just so you know.
They're not all good. Let's see. I gotta pull you up here. What, really?
Some of them I'm whinging about TikTok.
IB Neegan. That's why I put 2 wins in there like a dumbass. All right, let's go to the original. Where is the original? It's not pulled up in my search. Oh, right there. There you are. I found you. They didn't remove you yet. All right, we're gonna go with let's go with this one with you holding the bat with 10.51K. Let's go to here. Do you want a better one?
Well, I don't know, but I can't see it. I'm always holding the bat.
All right, let me go over to share screen.
All videos are good, dude.
All right, here we go.
That's probably fine.
Hey, you. Some of you don't know where you are. You work for me now.
That's actually one of my lives.
That's right. I better see some follows. This page needs to get over 10,000 immediately.
Yeah.
So somebody just commented on social media as we're getting ready to.
Yeah, I would have went with the dark one.
So Tracy Wall said, "Great show." And let me. Oh shoot, I didn't remember that. So can you imagine going to the hospital and the doctors not knowing they're cosplay actors?
Right.
Did that It's already happened to you when you were in the hospital. Did they already know who you were?
Huh?
Did that already happen to you when you were in the hospital, or either one of you, or any doctors?
I mean, when I was in the hospital a few times when I was sick in 2015, there was a few people that were like asking.
And me, they just want to know where's my insurance.
My wife is. Hey, listen, to my wife who keeps sending me messages over here. I understand this, but I'm asking questions that people are asking on my screen. She's like, "Why would they?" It says their real names.
Yeah. It is what it is.
You know, you might want to add her to another window. I'm telling you, she sounds
right. She should be, but she's running a vacuum. So I run a commercial cleaning company. So I typically work in 5 days. Yeah, 5 days out of the week. She works 2. So this is my 2 days off. My 2 days off, I do the podcasting.
Okay.
Cool. I did have when my grandson was born. I was in Greenville. We were doing a wrestling event and up there, but no, that was we went there because we thought she was in labor, but then we had to go back. But when my grandson was born, when I went there, there was a lot of people in that hospital when I walked into his room. Like the nurse asked me, "Oh my God." And then when I went out in the hallway, they were like, can I have your autograph? And I was like, yeah, this is about my grandson here, you know. And they were like, well, when you come outside, come see us.
You should see it when we go out to eat after a day of making content together.
Oh yeah.
Is it quite crazy in the restaurants?
Yeah, the two of us, you know. Yeah. Like,
so when you guys are out in public, does it ever interfere with your meal in a negative way, or is it just all love? Like, do they interrupt you like mid bite? Like, I'm trying to feed myself real quick.
We had that happen at a restaurant not too far from where Mick lives, and all the kitchen staff, everybody came out, wanted pictures.
Yeah, it's like they'll sit there while you're eating. I mean, they're staring at you the whole time, but they're not letting you go.
They called their moms.
Yeah. It's like, and then like when they get ready to leave, like they've waited as long as they could to see if you would get up or something. And so now they come over and go, "Hey, I'm so sorry to bother you, but can I please get a picture with you?" And I say, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
That is always
not a problem though. It's all love. Like, just, I mean,
it's all good. I can sit right down and start eating again. It ain't no big deal.
Exactly.
It's worse when they don't recognize you. Like, I'm walking around Sonoya with a barbed wire bat.
Right.
And some guy went into the ice cream shop there, and he asked about me because he was like, I was going to shoot him.
Jesus.
Well, most of them are all strapped down that way, aren't they? Most of them are down there, right? They all have the Second Amendment.
It wouldn't have been good because I'd have had to shoot back, and we could have both hurt.
Yeah, right.
It would have just been another gun battle in Woodbury.
Pretty much.
I know Mick loves his Second Amendment. Matter of fact, one of his videos, we were hearing people enjoying the Second Amendment out there in the woods when he was sitting down doing a video. We kept hearing the gunshots going off in the background.
Mm-hmm. Do you really need a Second Amendment?
No.
It's nice though. It's nice to have it in writing.
Right.
Well, yeah, sure. But
all right. So
protect yourself. That's like protect your family, protect yourself, protect your family, protect yourself.
You got to do.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for tomorrow's podcast when we will be digging a little bit more. I won't drag these two gentlemen into it, but we will be talking about cancel culture and what's going on with Joe Rogan right now, which I believe is highly ridiculous. That's going to be in a conversation tomorrow that we'll be discussing. But for now, I want to give a big shout out to Mick Grimes and IB Neegan for coming out on the podcast. These gentlemen took time out of their day and took time away from their TikTok profiteering and having a fun time with their fans and changing lives every day, every hour. Mick Grimes, I think a little bit more than Neegan. I've seen him on at 2:00 in the morning when I'm coming home from work. He's out there grinding away on TikTok, allowing people into the compound and welcoming in. So, gentlemen, thank you for being on the show. I definitely appreciate it.
No
Thank
problem.
you guys. Thank
It
you
was
guys.
I always enjoy being with my buddy, even if it's on the screen.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
I'm
We're gonna
Rick Grimes, and I'm coming for you.
we'll go ahead and hit that outro over here, and we'll if you guys just hang on, I'll thank you guys as well at the end of the studio here.
You've been listening to No Filter Radio. We live in an awesome country that provides freedom of speech, and this show obviously takes full advantage of that. We hope you've gotten some useful and practical information from the show, and we hope you had fun along the way too. We know we did. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show, and we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, get everything you may need at nofilterradio.net. That's nofilterradio.net. Till next time, give 'em hell.